This pimple has been hurting me, you know. And he was on his phone, so he was like, oh, sorry. So I now kept quiet. We now left, went to work. In my mind, I'm like, I can't brew on this. So when he came back, I was like, in my mind, I told you that I had a pimple, and you didn't even say anything. We were just looking at your phone. I was like, please, what's the pimple that wants to put Sansan in my guy? Please, what kind of pimple is it? You know, we laughed about it. And that's why couples have to get to that point where they can laugh and play. Once you stop laughing and playing and everything you're discussing is just about the children, whose event are we going to, who is paying the bills, before you know it, you become emotionally detached. And not to mention when you're not even interested in your partner as a person. You know, there are times that people are just consistently talking about everything else that's happening, but nobody is talking about how do you feel? What dreams do you have? Okay, me being here today is a function of my husband, right?
Yeah.
Because he supports my dream. He knows that I'm good at what I do, and he said, okay, the world needs to hear your voice. But some people don't even know what their partners are even good at, much less to even nurture it. So we miss that.
Yeah. All right. So and then let's dive into social media and how social media is playing a factor in causing trouble. Maybe is it can we say that for sure that social media is one of those that is either luring the young ones into relationships that they know nothing about, and also breeding, dishonesty and, threatening trust in marriages.
Yes, it has a strong factor because, you know, right now everybody has a device, most people do, and everything is at their fingertips and they keep scrolling. And you know that in the news we barely see things that are great going on in marriages. And then you see those young girls who everything seems to be happening for, they're traveling the world and like, God, how is my kiss like this? And then you're now looking for that person who can give you that. You're not even caring about what the connection is. You're like, as long as I see money, I better make with they go. But it's beyond that. Money is just one factor. How does the person make you feel? Someone can give you money but make you feel so awful. You can be so emotionally disconnected. Your self-worth can be run down to the ground. And it's not allowing people to be innovative enough to say, okay, what can I do? Look, I know that there are some men who say, okay, when I have a wife, I want to take care of her, take care of the kids. But you as a lady, you should try and tap in. That's why you need to know yourself. What are you strong at? What can you do to bring income? So that when you're going in from a place of power, not from a place of neediness and dependency. Because there are some men who actually use the lack of money to punish their partners. I'm not giving you money for soup. You're too stubborn. Just stay there first. When hunger don't knock you, I'll now give you. You know, those kind of things. They use it to taunt their partners. Maybe that's what they say.
The women should prepare for that, and guard against that.
Yeah, but you know, I wouldn't say, how would I put it? Preparing against that almost sounds as if you're going in expecting that to happen. I'm just saying it's good for you to be self-developed, self-assured. So you're going in as a partner, not necessarily as a dependent. Let it be that he's the one that now says, okay, I see that you're doing this. I don't mind picking the bill so you can stay home with the children, and then you accept. Not from a place of you being forced to push down your dream, because anybody who is not living to their full expectations are going to be a very miserable partner.
Okay, all right. So I will just quickly pause this because we need. I'm enjoying this. We'll pause just for 5 minutes because the comfort in the Comfort FM is here, and I know that before she's going to run off. So, Georgie, give me 5 minutes. We're coming back to this. That's end of the first half of this talk about why relationships and marriages struggle. We're coming back for the second half, but I have a big visitor here. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in inviting here to talk with me for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, Mrs. Comfort Effiong Bob. Please put your hands together for Mrs. Bob. This is the Executive Director, Comfort 95.1 FM. It's great to have you, ma'am.
Thank you, George.
You see how I'm looking.
No, you are fine. You are fine.
Thank you.
I'm just here to encourage you. You are doing well. Fantastic.
Thank you.
And you know the whole world is watching you.
Thank you,
You
ma'am.
have our backing.
Thank you, ma'am.
And we know you are going to come out
Thank you, ma'am.
victorious
Thank
in
you.
this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I remember the first night that I told you I was going for Guinness, but you're like, You didn't really understand.
No, you know, you have my backing always. You
Yes.
know, you are a go-getter.
Yes,
Anything you want, you always put your mind. If you are determined,
yes,
you
ma'am.
surely get it. When you told me about it, I told you, go ahead.
Yeah.
I will support you.
Yes, ma'am.
supporting you with prayers.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what has kept you
Yes,
for
ma'am.
this long. You have done almost 2 days now. 60, how many hours now?
This is
68 hours. No be my mind.
this is the
To
third
sit
day.
down without sleeping and anything. You've done well.
Thank you, ma'am.
You've really done well.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm happy.
This inspiration would ginger us to finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're surely feeling.
yeah, we have about maybe about 30 something hours to go.
That's small. That's small.
All right.
Small.
Thank you for
have
stopping
the
by.
strength.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
push through.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
you come out well.
Amen.
Thank
you, ma'am.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And you have the backing of the Comforts family.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the Comfort FM family and my family.
Yes, ma'am.
We are solidly behind you.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
we know that you are going to come out
Yes, ma'am.
victorious.
Yes, ma'am.
And you make us proud, Comfort FM proud.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
make Akwa Ibom States proud, and the whole world, because now Comfort FM will be moved to another level.
That's right, man. Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll finish it. We'll finish what we started.
Okay.
All right then.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Our very own mommy of Comfort 95.1 FM paying this visit indeed. This very lovely evening, Mrs. Comfort Afyong Bob. All right, so Georgian, we can come back now and talk to people. It's coming for the second half. All right, Georgian Immorta is here, and we continue our talk on why relationships and marriages struggle. Before we spoke with Mrs. Afyong Bob, we were talking about how I asked, should a woman be prepared for anything? Is like, I think your response is like, it's not like you should go prepared to be starved or something, you know. But you need to be what now? Let's continue from there.
Yeah, you need to be self-sufficient.
Self-sufficient.
Yes, it's important because at the end of the day, you're going in there for a partnership where you support your husband and your husband supports you. I don't ascribe to what people say. Women say, my money is my money, and for the man's money is our money. I don't subscribe to that, because I believe that if you're intending to be in a partnership, you should be able to support your partner. When he's not capable, you stand in, and when he's capable, he takes over. The important thing is the understanding that he should know that he shouldn't leave everything on you, and you too should leave everything on him, except otherwise, where there's a decision that, okay, I'm going to take charge of everything. There should be discussions around this. And then people get married and they don't have any discussion around this. They're just like, the wedding, the grooms, you know, the venue has to be on point, the decoration, my bridesmaid, all the wrong things that should be focused on. People don't go into nitty-gritty, and that's why I like to encourage that couples try and see a professional so that all these areas can be trashed out before you go to that point. So you can be sure. You know, there's someone who had someone he was dating, and then it's after they got married that she now said that she doesn't want to have children. And he's like, how?
And he didn't know.
He didn't know, because they don't talk about things that he thought that by right, I mean, who wouldn't want to have children? So people are not discussing what they should be discussing. They're discussing all the wrong things. They're not going to, they're avoiding the difficult conversations, thinking that when they're married, that's when they're going to talk about it. No, you sort it out before, so you can be sure, are we aligning on all these areas?
So it's important to see a marriage counselor before you.
Yes, in addition
married,
to your church, because I don't like it when it appears as if we're saying that the church isn't doing their part. They sure are. I believe that the church and professionals should work in collaboration, because the information that we have can add to what they are giving.
Right? All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
if you can do that, that's like two-step authentication.
It takes time, right? You have to be patient to do that.
Yes.
It looks like some couples are
They're in a hurry.
in a hurry.
Yeah, they just want to get it over and done with. But that's not how it's supposed to work. You should be able to dedicate 3 to 6 months and say, okay, every week I'm going to see a coach about different areas so we can thrash it out. See, marriage is a lifetime. So even if you're taking 6 months to prepare for it, it's not too much, because we're talking about 10, 20, 30 years going forward. So it's so key that people get the right information. Okay, if I want to give another example. My husband, of course, you know, he loves fitness.
Yes.
And the early years of our marriage, being someone who grew up on reading Mills and Boone and stuff, I expected that during his spare time, he should be lying down, looking in my eyes, holding my hands. And then in the mornings, he's in the gym. And to be honest, I started feeling a bit bad. I'm like, is it that he loves working out more than more than me? So I felt a bit, I used to tell him, it's as if he's like, no. But now I know better, because I realized that in marriage, everybody has their own individuality to express. I have to allow him to shine in his passion, just like he allows me to. That doesn't mean that we're not together. So when you're able to understand what your partner loves, and then, support them, then that's amazing, because then the person will be able to give the marriage their all.
All right. We'll take another break.
No problem.
Take another break. This is very, very interesting, because we have, of course, another very eminent personality, like many others who have stopped by here. Of course, former senator representing Ikot Senatorial District, Senator Ibogesian, is one of our visitors today. It's a full house, and I'd like to welcome you, distinguished. Nice of you to pay us a visit as we attempt to set a new world record. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, welcome, and I'm honored to have you with us.
I'm very glad to be here, first to support you and encourage you, because it's not easy to do 100 hours without rest, but it's worth it, because you are going to set a new world record, and we are very happy about it. I congratulate you and wish you well.
Thank you very much.
But if you don't mind, there are some issues I would like to talk about.
Yes, sir.
And
no problem. At least on a world record show, it's okay.
Yeah, to also let the world know some of the things that we have done.
Yes, sir.
That have helped our state. I want to start with the time I went to the Senate in 1999.
Yes, sir.
And my vision in the Senate was to see what I can do to improve the quality of life, the kind of laws I can make to change the quality of life of people in Akwa Ibom State, and indeed the Niger Delta region. So I focus mainly on a constitutional matter, which I saw that it affected all of us, and that was on the issue of onshore, offshore oil dichotomy and resource control. And at that time, our past president, Obasanjo, did not want Akwa Ibom to benefit from the offshore component of the oil.
I remember that period. It was
he was stormy. The president felt that the offshore component of the oil should belong to the federal government. And I said no. We said no. I fired the first shot at the national caucus of our party, because by privilege of being a deputy chief whip in the Senate of the Federal Republic, I was a member of the national caucus, a 32-member caucus.
What shot was that you fired?
I fired the shot that the onshore-offshore issue has to be discussed
on the floor.
in the caucus. And they asked me that it was not in the agenda because I brought it under AOB.
Okay.
Then they now said I should produce a paper, a position paper on it. I brought a position paper to the caucus, and it became a substantive subject matter of caucus. So each time we meet, it became as a matter arising, because at that time I had to press for the abrogation of offshore, and by God's grace, the caucus approved it.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the president had to go to court, and we fought it through the court and lost. And then the president now said that Akwa Ibom has lost. But we had to fight on until eventually we were able to achieve it.
Eventually it
By
came.
legislation, which we also proposed to the National Assembly. So we got it through by a legislation.
It came years after.
Yeah, it came years after, in
Yeah.
2004.
4.
So since then, God has blessed us. We have been able to use the resources. I thank all the governors, starting from Atta, Godswill Oboro-Babio, Udom Emmanuel, and the present governor is doing very well in the utilization of the funds that is being generated from that offshore-onshore oil dichotomy. And
Very
also,
good.
I'm happy with some of the developments I've seen in the Niger Delta region.
Okay.
Having been a past chairman, myself, immediate past chairman of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I'm happy.
I mean, Akwa Ibom history would never be complete without mentioning this. Some of that time, the shot that you fired, obviously would it would definitely be written down. Senator Emmanuel Ibogesian, I would love to have you maybe fully tomorrow when we are signing off on a grand way, so that we can spend a lot of time talking about Akwa Ibom history and Akwa Ibom of the future and the past. I would like that. Thank you very much. Thank you for the encouragement, and thank you for stopping by, sir. All right, then. That's the political leader of Akwa Ibom Northwest's Senator Emmanuel Ibogesian. All right, so shows you the quality of guests and visitors that we have on offer for today. So, Joe John, welcome back. We must finish this relationship talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
See how far we can go.
Yeah, no, let's rush it now. Okay, so let's go to communication.
Okay.
The role, that strategy you used, that strategy that you used, or that he used when talking, so sons are here. I see you. Hi, welcome. Great to so sons. Yes, so thank you very much for coming around. Oga, you know, yeah, so on behalf of Comfort FM, I thank all of you. He's been taking care of me, you know. If you're sorry I couldn't be at Dad's funeral, so it's okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for praying and supporting me. We'll get out of here alive. Yeah. What? Yeah, Fago 96. Fago 96. Is there any Fago 96? No. Boss now, we know Fago 96 now. Oh, okay. Yeah, Fago 96. Fago 96, yes. All right. Thank you. Even if people go, I know this won't be here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So, the people story. What strategy was that? You know.
Okay, so that was me being speaking from how I felt. I didn't go attacking, because sometimes people, when they want to tell you what they are going through, they go by you did this, like blaming. But I went from Imaima, I felt this way today when I was talking about my pimple, and you didn't, you're looking at your phone. And because we are friends, he's able to like catch on like, what kind of pimple is it, please? And I started laughing. Now, being able to laugh with your partner it's gold, because being able to recognize, when you're with someone who you don't have any animosity towards, you don't read meanings into their actions, you're able to constantly understand that they have your best interests at heart. You're not going to start saying, he's pretending. That's for you to just lighten up the environment. And I'm quite a bubbly person, so anytime I'm frowning a bit, he will not rest. What's the matter? What's the problem? I'm like, nothing. Said, no, what is it? Tell me now, tell me. Because he sees me cheerful all the time. He wants to know what's going on. And that's what true friendship is. We don't want to see each other. So we're there to support each other, not to bring each other down. But people in relationships think that they are fighting against each other. They don't know that they're supposed to be a team working together. Right? And then, so when you learn external influences come in, okay, like your friends, in-laws, or something to do with social media, you now start comparing your partner with something you saw. It tends to bring down the love you have for this person, and that's why it's so important for you to understand who you're settling with and what are those core things that are keeping you together, that are unshakable, that even if you see outside something is happening, you're like, look, I have something good going on here. I'm not going to compare that with what you guys are doing there, because that's not my life. I have my destiny. We have our path. And it's so important to talk, discuss, what do you want to see in this area? And even if you don't agree, somebody starts to tell you something you don't like, say, please, I don't like that. No, listen to the person's point of view. Everybody has a valid reason for feeling the way they feel about anything, no matter what it is.
No matter what
Yours is keep quiet and listen first. And then you can now say to the person, okay, I hear you, I see that you want this. However, this is how I feel about this. How can we get to a common ground? And when you're able to listen to each other, it makes things much better and smoother.
All right, then. Thank you. Bobby Frigga, the Godfather. Iman. Yeah. So I have Bobby Frigga here, Godfather, Imabong, my runaway girlfriend. Thank you for coming around. Yeah, so we'll go finish up. All right. Thank you. All right then. So that means that doctor is in safe hands.
Not today.
It's in safe hands now.
Not today. No,
he has a relationship go. But sometimes there are some people that say there are some people who don't practice what they preach.
Yeah.
Like pastors who go on the pulpit and then they go back home and then.
At the end of the day, I'm human too. So even though I'm a relationship coach, doesn't mean I don't get small story. There's time I used to have like some kind of mood swings. Of course, this was before I was a coach anyway. I had a lot of mood swings in our earlier part of our marriage, and when I shut down like this, he wouldn't even know what's going on. What's the problem? He said he'd be saying to himself, God, what do I do now? I had terrible mood swings, but I've been able to come out of it because I'm able to understand my psychology, my emotions. And people don't realize that when an emotion comes upon you, it's not telling you what to do, it's just informing you that this is why you're feeling this way. And you're now to look in and say, okay, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? What thoughts are going through my head? What expectations are not being met that's getting me there? But we automatically just jump on the emotion and act according to it. If you do something terrible, emotion will shift, leave you, say, yeah, now, carry on, go. Not be waiting I tell you to do with that. I was just trying to let you know that things are not well. So being able to be emotionally intelligent is a massive thing in marriage and relationship. Goodness gracious me. You need to understand how you feel, why you're feeling the way you feel, how to regulate your emotions, and also understand your partner's emotions too.
That would take some point of calculation. Emmanuel Iwala, I don't know. Well done, sir. Yes, so Iman Solution in the house. Thanks for the support. Thank you for coming. That would take some time to process now. You understand why you're feeling like that. Now you think, how am I going to react? So that's what sort of virtue should you have to be able to assimilate that and then decide on what the best action to take? It's
something that can be learned. It's just that we're too quick. Between the time of the event and the emotion, we are too fast. We don't pause.
Who are the fastest? Women, yeah?
No, it's a gender. It's not a gender specific thing.
Is there anything that is gender specific when it comes to relationships and reactions to relationships?
There are many opinions around that. They say men are logical, women are emotional, but I believe there are emotional men and there are logical women. So I don't really like to generalize personally, but I guess there are some traits that you can say, okay, some men like to shut down, to think things through. Women want to talk it through. And then maybe she's trying to tell you about her day. you want to want to give her a solution, and that's not what she wants. She doesn't necessarily want a solution there and then. She just wants you to listen to her, hear her out. So that's tasking, because you as a man, your own is, let me get this done. What is the issue? Let me just sort it out.
Maybe sometimes it seems like nagging when you're trying to
talk about it.
Yeah,
and that's why men to have to work on themselves, so they're patient enough to realize that not necessarily nagging, she's just trying to express how she feels. And women to also have to understand the extent to which you say it. So at the end of the day, that's why I said two people have to work on themselves. They have to be whole. They have to be emotionally intelligent. You know, when you've said something, okay, there are women who they tell their partner, let's say for instance, you told your partner to help you take out the trash, and you told them the first day they didn't do it, second day they didn't, third day they, you know, said, if you say the first time and they don't, the second time they don't, you take it out. The day that he remembers to do it, praise him. Thank you so much. Thanks for remembering. I really appreciate that. Maybe the one you say, oh, thank God, though. This one that you remembered today. That alone, you're belittling him. You're making him shut down.
Wow.
And when you don't appreciate the little efforts that they make, even though for the women too, okay, a woman is cooking since morning and she comes by, is this all you could have made? Why do you have to give me rice again? You couldn't appreciate the effort. Oh, you made rice. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, I think tomorrow we should do vegetable soup now. What do you think? You know, you have that conversation. That's why it's good to be friends. But when you're like on her like that, it's almost as if you employ her. And that's why people get married for the wrong reasons. If you want a chef, get a chef. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can give instructions.
But she'll cook. And she and he can cook too.
Us?
Anytime.
Yeah, that's why I said everybody needs to have a level of life skills.
At what point, you know, should couples start, you know, talking about their goals, values, and all of that?
That's before they even, you know, there's a way you're vibing. You know that this thing is going to get there. You start talking about it even before you could do that flowers and your friends are doing, right? You need to get that all sorted. Because you've realized that there's some people who get married and a week later they're like, no, I can't stand this person. And you know, funny thing is that when you're dating, right, everybody's putting their best foot forward. So let's say we have 5 love languages: the words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, gifts, and okay, I'll get to it. So now, when you're dating a girl or you're wooing her, you automatically...
There's food, huh?
What's that?
There's no food.
Well, some people say food, some people say money. But I'm just talking about the ones that Gary Chapman taught us.
Okay.
Yeah, so then you have where the person now is satisfying all those needs. He calls, what's up? Have you eaten? I want to get you fish. Okay, he brings fish. You're looking so pretty today. So he doesn't have fish. That's acts of service. You're looking so pretty. Words of affirmation. He spends time. He does go to the movies. Quality time. Then he cuddles her, rubs her back, physical touch, and then he gets her a gift, maybe a bag or something. So he's servicing all the love languages. Now, unknown to him, he doesn't know which one is her dominant. So because he's servicing all, she's feeling loved. And then when they now get married, because he doesn't know the specific one, he goes back to status quo of not really knowing. So he just does the one that maybe because people give their love languages according to how they want it.
They want it, right?
So like mine is words of affirmation and acts of service. I'm big on that. Hobby is quality time and words of affirmation. So if he's working out and I want to be on my laptop, I will like, this man needs me around. Make I just go service the love language small. I go sit down there, do a video, comment them.
How do you get to know the ones that are actually your most prominent love languages?
Oh, I run assessments for people. So I run for myself, run for my husband.
Oh, you run it for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ran, did everything. Marital assessment. I've seen our percentages, seen areas where we need to work on. Yeah. I mean, I can't be a coach, and he's so willing to comply. Unlike some that will say, I've been having all these people's things. He's so, but he's so understanding and he keys into it. As long as it's going to make me happy, let's do that, no problem.
All right. Okay. So, how about financial pressures? How do they affect relationship?
That's a big one. That's a big one because everybody has different personality types when it comes to money. There are those who are spenders, there are those who are savers, there are those that are investors and all. There are people who just, once money enters their hand, they need to buy something, they need to, and there are those who are frugal. They more or less try to keep something aside. And that's why these discussions need to be had. You need to understand, what's your partner's money personality? Are they spenders? Are they hoarders? Are they investors? Are they people who budget? Are they, and there's some certain personality types that are not so good with giving money. So you might call the person stingy, but to them, they are being frugal, they are being calculative, they are being, like there are some people, the husband will say, I gave you 100,000 naira to the market, give me breakdown on how you spent it, and you flare up. Why should you ask me that? You gave me money to go to the market. But his personality type is a type that loves accountability, details, and, they like to see details. He's not doing it from a place because he's suspecting you. It just gives him that, it soothes him because that's how he's wired to know how it was spent. You get, and there are those that they push it out. They don't know how much you took from their pocket. Don't know what you want to buy. So you need to understand that. You need to have discussions around it. What do you know about budgeting and finances? You have the ones that want to put it inside some scheme, the family money in some scheme. You have those that are borrowing money from left, right, and center. When the person comes, I'm not around. They're hiding, right? So all of these things need to be addressed. How are we going to do it? Are we going to have joint account at some point? Are we going to have individual accounts? Are we going to have a purse for everything in the family? Where the children are going to go to school? Like, it's a whole lot. But people see it so lightly. And when you hear about, sometimes you can get intimidated. Like, you know what? I know things I'll go marry. But you know, these things, I wouldn't want you to feel intimidated. It's something that you learn along the line. But the important thing is getting the information. So you can now say, okay, I've ticked this one off. I've ticked this one off. At least I heard about this. At least we've discussed this. Then we can now build on it.
Is infidelity always a deal breaker?
Okay, now that depends, because just like in some homes, domestic violence is not a deal breaker. There's some people that if you slap them up a bit, they still stay. And there's some people that you cheat on them, they still stay. And there are those that you cheat on them, they can't stand it. Maybe because of how their parents modeled marriage. People from polygamous home may not leave because they are used to seeing their father with a lot of women already. So it's subconsciously wired in their minds like, okay, maybe men, you know, not that they will like it, but it's tolerable. So deal breakers are different for different people. But I believe that anything that concerns mental health, as long as it affects you to the point that your function, your optimal function, whether in your career, in life, in joy, is being messed with, that's a deal breaker. You shouldn't be able to stand that, because you don't make a shadow of yourself and you can't even be productive in that relationship or marriage.
All right, so from all of this, it's looking like love alone cannot sustain marriage.
Not at all. It's not enough at all.
What happened to love conquers all?
When was that statement made again? What year was that? Well, I guess everybody has a definition of what love means, right? But having known better now, I realize that love can just take a certain part, but love cannot fix communication issues. Love cannot fix trauma. Love cannot fix finances. And even when it comes to intimacy, that's another area, because you might have different, I don't know how much is supposed to be said here, but
what's the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you may coin it.
Yeah, you may have differences in regulation, how many times, what format, how do you expect it, and sometimes it's so difficult to communicate what you want, because they say, so where did you learn this one from? What is all this one? You know what I'm saying? So you need to, that's why you need to be with a friend, so you can say, I'm just exploring, I just want to see what it's like. And like, okay, let's see how it goes. So when you don't start having ill intentions and building up, that's why overthinking never works. Assumption never works. Yeah.
Never.
No need to assume. It's better to ask someone outright and then get their responses.
And even if you get the response and you still don't believe, or you think the person is not saying the truth,
well, that's not on you, it's on them.
It's on
because
them,
it's their perception of what you're saying. You've said what you've said. So it's not left for them to believe if it is or not. And I believe that there's so many other things to do in life than to sit down and be digging into. I mean, what about personal development? There's so much to learn. There's so much to build yourself. Let's see the world, like grow, fly. Oh, that shouldn't be like an ish.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I think anyway.
Yeah, you're a real coach. All right, so how can young people prepare themselves for long-term commitment in a healthy way?
I love that question. Do you know why I love it? Because I have an online academy for singles. Yeah. So it helps them to understand what healthy relationships look like and what unhealthy relationships looks like. Teaches them about communication, their mind shift and all of that. So they need to, first of all, self-discover. They need to be self-aware, know who they are, what they want, how they show up, what are their expectations, what are their visions. It's when you've known all of this that you can now find, does this person I want fit into this dream? Because there's nothing as horrible as you're somebody who's a go-getter, you're taking on courses, certifications, and you marry someone who does not even want to read a simple novel. You get? So you don't have anything to talk about with the person.
Wow.
You're doing courses and the person's like, you don't go that your course. Okay, well done, no, you know. And then the person is now forced to find someone in their class to discuss with because they need that intellectual stimulation, right?
What's the danger in that?
Well, you'll drift apart at some point. You might have some common ground in some areas, unless your partner is strong enough to understand that you're not wired into all this personal development thing, and they're able to excuse that and just focus on the other core areas that keep you together. And maybe with time, because I believe the mind gets conditioned by the person you're with. if somebody is going to, okay, see my husband now, doctorate. Somehow, I don't still do the masters. You know, somehow, I don't even fit this. I know I probably don't look it right, but I mean, I've come down. So when you see that fit body every day, you're like, okay, I need to do some work on this. You know, so they subliminally wire you. So the person you marry is so important because they can either make you upgrade or degrade you. You might be someone who was progressive, but they'll say, you and this your book self, just calm down now. And before you know it, you start losing touch.
You start coming down.
You start coming down. You're watching more of movies, you're watching more of series, and you're going down and down and down. And you're no more in tune with that intellectual thing that keeps you sparking. So you really need to know, what do you want? How do you want to show up in all these areas so you can find someone who fits in it, who has this interest? Because you need to have people who have interest in.
So someone your spouse must fit in your life.
Yeah, just like you're fitting in theirs.
In theirs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not going to be perfect. I mean, Hobby doesn't watch movies. I'm a movie and series person, but that doesn't mean he loves football. I never liked football, but now, when I'm watching football, I mean, they talk past. It's like that thing is upside down. You know. So somehow you cultivate interest in what your partner likes, so that the bonding can go on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you try to fit in, apart from the fact that we have many core things in common, our beliefs about family, parenting, money, and some other things. There are certain things that we will not have in common, right? And it's okay as long as they're not core that concerns the movement of the family forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Cultural beliefs, societal, cultural, religion. I mean, if is it possible that this person loves church too much, or are you supposed to always be on the same page when it comes to spirituality?
No, you won't always be on the same page. Would it be spirituality or religion? Because
religion, yeah.
Let's use religion, yeah. So let's say you came from a family where you're going to church Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and your partner is from a family they go to church once a week, twice a month, once a month, and then maybe the female is the one who goes all the time. Then you now hear complaints like she respects her pastor more than she respects me because she's always going to church, right? So there needs to be a balance. It's either you're going to discuss it that, okay, please can you come with me 2 times a month? I'll reduce from 3 times a week to 2 times a week. You know, so there can be some kind of harmony. Okay. And you, the man too, you can condition yourself, okay, she's going to pray for us, so with time I can pick up. But when it is so extreme, to the point that even to say prayer with you is a problem. I did you and this your prayers, I cannot. She cannot fathom it. It's almost as if you don't love God. What are you talking about? What's going on here? So these are things that need to be spoken about. Which church are we going to go to? Where do children go to church? Right? So there is a lot. There's some kind of, it has to be some kind of synergy, some kind of merging, understanding, and vulnerability. You need to be open to your partner. And that's why you need somebody who's whole. Because there's somebody you open up to and the whole street hears about what you said.
All right then. Okay, so we need to open up the phone lines. Let's hear from you. And you can ask questions. Georgian is right here, and you know, I just paying attention like a diligent student there. Relationship coach, Georgian in Moita. Hello.
Yeah, hello, the mighty George.
Welcome.
Good evening to your guest. Really enjoyed the program so far.
Yeah.
I love the way you really break down the issue of marriage. Before I really comment on that issue, let me first of all congratulate you. I know it's Friday.
Yeah.
The DMX, Street Major.
Thank
I
you.
pray for you. I think about 2 days ago. I need to hang on to faith.
Thank you.
Faith, you have already achieved what you are aiming.
Thank you.
To you that you are a conqueror, you have conquered. Then coming to the issue of marriage, relationship. She talks very well and she really emphasizes and she breaks it down to the level of understanding. If she did not mention, if you don't mind, let me ask her. Most problems in marriages comes when the woman runs off her mouth too much. It's not all women, but I've witnessed it, that most women run off their mouth too much. And a man being a man, he doesn't really like a woman that runs off his mouth. In every little thing, the man runs off. Even before the man says what, she has said 100. You understand? Yes. It becomes a problem to the man. Then number 2, as a man, in 17 years, needs to marry. Because I learned to let go.
Okay.
I really learn how to let go of so many things. You understand?
All right.
Yeah, I'm supposed to shout, I rather just step aside.
All right.
I'm supposed to step aside, I rather just compose myself. You understand? And then the situation, because I now understand that the women, there are several types of women. Several types of women, like the Sarah in Abraham, you say, my Lord, you call Abraham my Lord. She was submissive to the husband, caring for the husband. You understand? But there are women who are not Sarah type. There are women who are like Jezebel type.
Okay.
You understand? I'm sorry to say this, but it's a fact. Those Jezebel type, they are more common these days.
All right.
They make the man even run out of the house, coming back, they try to hang out with his friend. You understand? So
All right.
get a peace of mind. Every man needs a peace of mind to follow wife.
Every man needs a peace of mind.
Rest.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
5 minutes, give it to me. Let him be alone. Let him calculate himself and comfort himself. When a man comes into the house, the next thing woman will start, but why?
Okay, you call it running of mouth, eh? All right.
Yes, running of mouth. Let her really talk on that.
Okay.
Because it's like she's really experienced in this counselor,
All right.
love counseling aspect. So, my congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I know say some people they run kata, they don't go play top cup. But you don't they run and kata. You do drink your water, drop your cup.
That's it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
That was.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your input, and I understand totally what you mean, because I know there are many men who stay out late because they just don't want their wives to wahala. The thing is that, as I said, when you know better, you do better. Many people have not been taught how to communicate and how to listen, and sometimes some of these women are speaking from a place of, would I say, pain? Maybe there's something they had said earlier that you didn't listen, you didn't hear, or you didn't take note. They now think that saying it over and over and over again is going to get it done, but that never gets it done. And that's why I said communicating effectively is really important, allowing your partner to speak. And you know, when a man shuts down and you're the one doing all the talking, there's no two-way communication there. You can't even tell what's going on, and you can't get to a solution because you think that it's you, that everything that you're saying is what's more important at that point in time. So yeah, I do empathize with such situations for those who are going through that, and I do hope that you can get to the point where you can sit her down and say, look, would you kindly list out the various things that I do that you don't particularly like, so we can talk about them one after the other. And sometimes if you're not servicing your wife's love language too, maybe it's quality time and you're always out, she'll always nag because she doesn't know how to tell you that it's quality time that makes her feel good. So she nags and nags and nags, thinking that that will make you know. So is he not a man? Is he not supposed to know? No. People don't know. You don't know your partner's love language, and that's as important for professional coaching. So you know exactly what ticks your husband or wife's boat, right? Or rocks the wife's boat. Yeah.
All right then. For more information and classes and coaching, please reach Georgian on
WhatsApp number or Facebook handle
WhatsApp,
or
your WhatsApp business, anything.
Yeah,
Facebook.
WhatsApp number is 08022290222, and Facebook is Jojean, Jojean Imoita, Imohita. I currently run virtual services. I haven't gotten a physical office yet, and my sessions are paid for. Thank you.
Okay, you heard that right? She has already given us free one right now. Georgian, thank you very much for coming around.
Thank you. I was having so much fun. We're done.
Yeah, I mean, we could still be around though. Okay, you know what? Let's pay these bills. I'll be right back. Please, I need someone to keep me company. Because it looks like everyone, they've gone out with the politicians. All right, let me take a break. Yeah. All right, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Anyị na-ewetara gị mmanya Isiago Cafe Liquor nke eji ọkaibe mmanya ọkụ na kọfị uju ya wee mee. Ọ bụ mmanya mere maka ndị kara aka na ndị obi siri ike. Ọ dị na 75cl, 37.5cl nakwa 20cl.
What are you listening to? If it is not Comfort FM, you are listening to
Oh, sorry. Don't cry.
We Are Comfort 95.1 FM. Your radio, your comfort.
Experience Tomorrowland live with Budweiser. Budweiser is offering an all-expense-paid trip to Tomorrowland in Belgium. Buy a bottle or can of Budweiser. Visit www.budweiser.com.ng, register, scan, and you could win a trip to Tomorrowland in Belgium, as well as loads of airtime. The more you buy, the more lucky numbers you receive, and the closer you get to Tomorrowland. Promo ends June 8th, 2025. Terms and conditions apply. Budweiser, yours to take, not to be sold to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Transform your mind, transform your life, arise for change. Akwa Ibom people, na true say citizens get right to hold government responsible to do wetin government supposed do and wetin government been promised to do. Na true say even for we house, money no dey dey all the time to do all the things wey we for like do at the same time. So even government fit no get money to do everything give every community for the same time. We get right to the talk how we take warriors. Make government say for feel how we dey hear am reach. Make we remember say government get channel where citizens supposed take the same message give government. That's why we get people where they represent us. Their work that to cry our cry and talk our talk. To go the blow lie on top social media and talk wetin no be true just to make the leader look bad all the time. No be good thing be that. When una leader they do well, appreciate am. Make am sabi say una dey see say him dey try. Encourage your leader to serve you better. Pastor Umaino dey try. With our support and prayers, him go do more. This message now from Bureau of Political and Social Reorientation, Akwa Ibom State.
Experience Tomorrowland live with Budweiser. Budweiser is offering an all-expense-paid trip to Tomorrowland in Belgium. Buy a bottle or can of Budweiser. Visit www.budweiser.com.ng, register, scan, and you could win a trip to Tomorrowland in Belgium, as well as loads of airtime. The more you buy, the more lucky numbers you receive, and the closer you get to Tomorrowland. Promo ends June 8th, 2025. Terms and conditions apply. Budweiser, yours to take, not to be sold to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Somebody to comfort.
Comfort 95.1 FM. Your radio, your comfort.
I need you bolundo. Isi ago cafe liko. Uma fone die bolundo. I isi ago cafe liko. Ewele maya na uno gemeni. Isi ago cafe liko.
Anyị na-ewetara gị mmanya isi agụ kafe liko nke eji ọkaibe mmanya ọkụ na kọfị uju ya wee mee ọ bụ mmanya mere maka ndị kara aka na ndị obi siri ike. Ọ dị na 75cl, 37.5cl nakwa 20cl.
Isi agụ cafe liko.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Now, we are Comfort 95.1 FM.
Be one of the lucky people who win an all-expense-paid trip to Tomorrowland in Belgium. All you have to do is buy a bottle or can of Budweiser, visit www.budweiser.com.ng, register, scan, and you could win a trip to Tomorrowland, Belgium, as well as loads of airtime. The more you buy, the more lucky numbers you receive, and the closer you get to Tomorrowland. Promo ends June 8th, 2025. Terms and conditions apply. Not to be sold to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Still Comfort 95.1 FM, still Tuesday, the 29th of April 2025. And it's 2 minutes past 9 right here on, of course, this lovely evening where we have been, receiving some lectures from a relationship coach, Georgian Imoita. She read relationship engineering. People heard that too before.
Family engineering.
Yeah, family engineering. You don't see course family engineering. All right, 0906 008 951. If you're following earlier on, it's time to take more of your calls. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Because we need to allow the ladies call in, 0906 008 951. Let's check out if there are any messages on Facebook. All right, so George, I think our relationship coach came too early. I wish she could stay with us through. She's here. I love the fact that she's using her marriage as an example. Great job, coach. But she might stay too long and. All right. Meanwhile, Yeah, for Champions League night tonight. Okay, we'll be giving you some updates.
Online Academy.
Yeah, we'll. What?
Somebody asked how to join the Online Academy.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Your academy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good PM relationship coach. All right, let's see who's on our line right here. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, hi George. Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. This is your prince calling.
Yeah, this is relationship night.
Hello.
Yeah, did you listen?
Yeah.
Were you listening to
I have
me?
a question for the relationship coach.
Yeah, she's
Please,
here.
What how can parents advise their children on sex education? Then number 2, is sex reformer really advisable?
Is what?
Sex before marriage.
Then my George, I beg, this giveaway the tutors where they view from Comfort FM. The viewers of FM are not participating from the giveaway. Thank you.
I just said there will be giveaway tonight, though. That giveaway now between 12 and 5. Abby? That's so now. You wake with me. Okay, you want to answer that?
Okay, yeah. So you asked, how can parents teach their children about sex education? I think it's supposed to start as early as they're 2, 3. You start showing them some parts of their body. You're not going to be telling them about the actual act. You're just telling them about different parts of their body, like every part. No, don't touch, cover. Bit by bit, bit by bit. The thing is that many parents shy away from talking about such issues because you think you're giving your child the permission to explore. But if you don't, somebody else will, and they'll go all the way. So the sooner you get to talk, it's not about saying, if you do this, this will happen. If you do this, this will happen. You have discussions around it. This is this, this is this. They should be able to understand basic things of this happens, and this happens. So it's very important that, discussions like that are age appropriate. What you're going to teach a 5-year-old is not the same you're going to teach a 7-year-old, not the same thing you're going to tell a 12-year-old. So bit by bit, you introduce this information to them subtly until they get into their teens, so they can make that decision for themselves. And intimacy before marriage, I would say that one should focus more on understanding yourself first, because people abuse it by going around every Tom or every Felicia, and before you know it, by the time you're actually settled, you have gotten so acclimed or so used to a particular thing that partner might not be able to give to you. So I think that's something people should slow down on. That's my personal professional opinion.
All
I
right.
hope that answers your question.
So slow down on.
Yes. There are
All
so many
right.
other things to explore in life.
Hello. Please turn it down. Turn down the volume of your radio. By the way, PSG leading Arsenal by 1 goal to 0. Arsenal fans, waiting happen now. I think they won't win this Champions League.
Not fun here.
My
marriage.
Hey,
The war.
yeah.
Today to work forever. Anyhow we be, we did.
Oh, mighty church.
Yeah.
I'm calling you from Opobo town. My name is John Africa.
Omo Wayaro.
Oh boy, this one is a groundbreaking event that you are in. May the Almighty God stand with you.
Amen.
Yes. Prove that you can do it. I'm right behind you. Many people are behind you. Boy, I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Please carry on. I'm not sleeping. My phone will be on. My radio will be on throughout till morning. Anytime you call me, I'll answer.
No problem. No worry.
God bless you.
John Africa, thanks for calling.
The lady in the studio, what a voice.
All right.
Okay now. All right. Bye-bye.
Yes. All right, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. This thing has to be. Hello.
No, good evening, my George.
Good evening.
Please, you are discussing on love. And I'm somebody that I don't know what is love. But I was born, and now I'm getting old. I'm 33. There's nothing like love on my side. So please, I don't welcome love on my side. The one thing I want to do, the Bible says, love is giving, love is sharing. I pretend to love your program, but love is giving. Please, can you help me? Can you give me your account number to just give you pure water to drink? 1,000 naira. Give your account number. Please, or you call it for me now. Let me just
No.
because I love your program. So love giving. I want to
No,
just give.
you can. No, there's no need. Please, just this love you're showing is good. It's good. Or you can come over if you're in town. If you're in New York, you can come to the studios. All right. Tomorrow is
I'm only got through school. You know, what's up, all those things. I'm a farmer, local farmer.
Thank you.
You know, call what's up, or what's all those things. I mean, you please down your poster there. This will one star.
Okay.
I want to just support. I love the program and
Oops. Phone lines have been playing tricks on us, and of course, please, you can send a voice note to the WhatsApp platform. You can just text. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Ooh. All right then. 0906 000 and 1. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, welcome.
The mighty George.
Yes.
How are you doing? My name is Simon Williams.
Simon Williams.
Simon Williams.
The bar. The bar, I just saw your text, so I was thinking, I said, okay, I'll reply later. The bar. Lost but found.
Opportunity for me to come and cheer you up tomorrow.
No problem, I'm going to be here. I'll need all the cheering. I'll need it.
I really need to come and cheer you up. I've been so thrilled since you started this episode, and I've been with you all through. It's just that at the initial preparatory time, I wasn't in town. So I came in at when you were almost resuming. And I had in mind that I was going to contact you, but I could not. So I've been with you in spirit and in the physical. So come 50 to you.
All right, Barrister. I'm expecting you.
I will.
All right.
Take care.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your time and stay. You feel it strong and come out stronger.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so this lady wants to ask how